All right, so we are going to look at the coordinate plane today. The very first thing we are going to look at is it says label each quadrant. So this is a quadrant. This is a quadrant. So this right here is quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and quadrant 4. Quadrant 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay? The x-axis and the y-axis. So this right here is the x-axis, and this is the y-axis. X-axis, y-axis. Right here, the starting point, we call that the origin. We call that the origin. Okay? Now we are going to plot some points. So A is at 1, 5. So the first number is x. The second number is y. So I find 1 over here. I find 5 up here. And where the two lines meet is where I'm going to have point A. Then I go to B. I find 3 on the x-axis and negative 4 on the y-axis. Negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4. These are off. And I find where the lines intersect. That is point B. For C, I find negative 4 on the x-axis and 1 on the y-axis, and where the two meet is my point C. For D, I find negative 1 on the x-axis, negative 2 on the y-axis, and where they meet is point D. E, I find 0 on the x-axis and negative 2 on the y-axis, and that is point E. For F, I find 6 on the x-axis and 0 on the y-axis, and that is my point F. That is how you plot points. Okay? On the back side, we are going to look at the opposite. Instead of plotting points, we are going to write the points. So A, let's label y-axis, x-axis. If it's helpful, we can also number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I numbered on the lines. Make sure you numbered on the lines. And make sure you went by ones. So A, the X goes first and the Y goes second. I didn't go left or right, so my X is 0. My Y, I went up to 8, so my Y is 8. For B, I go over to 8 and up 2. I go over to 8 and I go up 2. For C, I go over to 3 and up 2. Try 4, 5, and 6. Miss Davy, pause the video. Welcome back. For D, you should have 6, 0. For E, you should have 2, 6. For F, you should have 0, 0. Okay? Now the bottom. Let's start with labeling. This up and down is our y-axis. Left to right is our x-axis. Let's start with 1, 2, 3. Remember, we are going on the lines. So the point 36, we find 3 left to right, we find 6 up and down, and where the 2 lines meet is going to be number 7. Find 1 on the x-axis, 1 on the y-axis, that is number 8. Find 4 on the x-axis, 2 on the y-axis, that is our point 9. Try the other 3. Welcome back. For 10, it should be here. 11, it should actually be on the y-axis. And 12 should be on the x-axis. Okay? That is how you work with coordinate grids and plotting points.